I'm walking on his property.
Awesome. They fucking closed the garage door? They parked in his grass, dude. That's so rude.
Well, I got pictures because I don't have enough memory to do whatever, but yeah.
I'm videotaping. This is ridiculous.
This is.
I like, where the fuck is Lois, dude?
I don't know. Get him, he's pulling out. Get him.
7041.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Get his face.
Right through the front.
Yep. This is where TNT is right now. That's their van. TNT van.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow. Look, that police officer almost fucking reversed right into his own car.
That guy right there, the bigger one, that's the one that arrested Jack. He was actually nice and actually talked to me about everything.
The thicker one?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Get his face. Run up and get his face.
That's a K-9 team? Dude, don't want to be seen.
Oh, that's alright. I got a picture of him anyways. Make
It
sure you get it
sucks,
all
man.
on camera.
Do you guys find this stuff interesting?
No, but we are putting this online for the medical marijuana website, showing what cops are really how they feel about it.
Oh,
You know how
And
I
what
feel.
you guys do about how we are just trying to get our medicine and treat everything, you know? There's people out there that need medical marijuana that help them. You know, that cancer kills people, and medical marijuana is killing the viruses and getting people better. I mean, you got
Cancer's
kids
not
out
caused by a
there.
virus.
No, but it's a disease like a virus, and it's deadly. And medical
not really.
marijuana
What's
is...
cancer caused by?
It's a cancer cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a medical doctor, but I know a virus is not a cancer. Viruses don't cause
I was just
cancer.
asking you what you knew about it.
Yeah, I just pretty much exhausted it right there.
I know cigarettes don't help.
Yeah, they don't. Marijuana does, though.
Nope, and
You know?
pills,
And this is legal, and marijuana's not.
Right.
So that's a problem in
pills
our
are legal
society.
too. You see people popping pills, but you guys don't care about that, right? Or the heroin addicts with the needle sticking out of
You
their
don't
arm,
think
and
we don't-
kids are, you
You
know?
don't think we don't
And
care
you know
about
what?
that?
There's people laying dead there.
We know you care about it, but
We care about it.
you know
Yeah,
what?
She says we're not caring.
You know what I notice?
Medical
But this is where you are right
marijuana,
now. This is what we're
people
seeing.
dying off of it,
Unfortunately.
overdosing or
We have to.
anything. But
What I noticed
you
You
is
guys
don't think
don't
I'd
the
rather
opiate
be home with
addiction,
my family?
the opiate and heroin
I do.
addiction went
I do
up
think you'd rather be home with your family. I wish you were able to be home with your
legalized
family.
medically in Michigan. I think there's a relationship.
Because why?
I think it should be looked at.
Because
Well, I
I
know
have
you
to
don't.
work
I
full
Sure, I
don't
time.
think so,
understand.
because honestly, I feel that it's killing people. And
But you're
obviously
rating
you guys
somebody
don't
who's
see
working
that. You
full
guys
time
just
to
wanna
provide
take
for their
people to
family.
jail, which is obvious.
I am?
You all are.
Okay, now you're grouping me.
Well, you guys are all a group. Obviously, aren't you guys supposed to be a team and work together?
You don't seem very sensible.
I have no sensibility for cops.
You're accusing me of not.
Do you know whose lawn you're in?
Yep.
I have no idea.
I am personal friends with this person.
Yeah, I care about the heroin problem. I care about the pill problem. You say I don't, but I do.
Well, it don't seem like, because you guys are just putting
No, wait,
everything
wait,
on
wait.
medical marijuana patients.
You're speaking for me without even hearing me.
I am listening to you.
I just told you though, but you're saying no.
Do you guys not see what you guys are doing? No, you guys are making it impossible, pretty much, to heal, and we are just trying to help people with the medical marijuana process. You have a
Ooh.
spider on you.
Yeah, there's his
Oh, he's a big one.
daddy long legged.
You just threw that at me, and it hit me. So I was just keeping looking at that.
You think he did that on purpose? He threw
You
it
think
at
I
you?
threw that spider at you on purpose?
No, but I'm just saying it. It did hit me, and it was coming right towards me. Okay, so.
I didn't train it.
I never said you did, sir.
Okay.
Now, is there a reason why you guys came over here, or?
I just wanted to find out what you guys saw interesting about this.
Nothing. We just want to know what all is pretty well going on and making the public sure know that how you guys feel about
We're
it.
doing this for Don Koshmider. We're doing it for Don Koshmider so he knows what's happening at his residence right now. You know, because I feel that Don Koshmider was helping people. Even though the law is messed up in Michigan right now, it is, you know, with marijuana.
You know who wrote I talked to one of the guys who wrote the Medical Marijuana Act.
Did you?
Yeah, Tim Beck.
Oh, I know him.
And he said, we wrote it that way on purpose.
Yeah.
Because we knew we couldn't get dispensaries if we would have written that into the law.
Yeah.
We knew that people wouldn't vote for that.
So where do you guys expect people to go when
Can I
they
finish
can't
Can I
get
finish
their
talking or no?
medication?
Would it be okay if I finish talking?
Go ahead. You don't have to be so rude.
Yes, sir.
Like
Finish.
you
Go
interrupting
ahead
me?
and begin.
Okay. So what he said was, we wrote it vague on purpose, and we knew that there was going to be a lot of problems. We knew there was going to be a lot of misinterpretation
Yeah.
by the people, because our goal was not medical. Our goal was recreational marijuana. That was our goal the whole time.
Huh.
But we knew that we couldn't get that passed. We did polling, and we knew we couldn't get that passed. We knew we had to start with medical, and so that's what we did. Didn't provide for dispensaries. We knew that. We knew there was going to be these problems and all this stuff was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I said, that's kind of crazy to think that you left all these people out here for cannon
Stranded.
fodder.
Stranded, yeah. I mean, there's patients. There's like, what, 3 or 4 or 5 times the amount of patients, and there are caregivers. So you have so many patients that don't have the access, and that's when they choose to go to a dispensary up north, and then they get in trouble. Because unfortunately, the South is completely different. I mean, we could go into the South right now. We could bring you guys with us, and we could go buy meds.
No.
So, I mean, I'm really confused as a citizen,
Right.
and that's why I think...
It's really very
Here.
easy. McQueen said no dispensaries. Can't have them.
Yeah.
Supreme Court case.
Who's this guy here?
Oh, there's a female.
Is that Don or Lois?
No, Lois has a black car. Dude, I like your camera, dude. It gets everything.
Right.
Before you do that, why don't you get your car a little bit out of the road there?
So seriously, like, why is it like that in Michigan? Do you know?
Because that's the way the law was written.
In Lansing, where they're not supposed to have dispensaries, they have dispensaries.
Oh, why is there a disparity
Why is there
in
dispensaries?
prosecution?
Why
Disparity
are
in
there
prosecution?
massive amounts of dispensaries in Detroit, Lansing, Ann Arbor?
None of them were legal.
That's what I heard. But why aren't they getting paid? Why are the only ones getting picked on up here?
Well, that's not exactly the case. I know they did a bunch of.
Other than Traverse City.
They did a bunch in Flint.
In Calicaska,
You know,
they've got
some-
raided more than once,
Well, yeah.
more than once
So
in a
it's
month.
not just up here, but I understand that sentiment.
Yeah. It's just really confusing as a citizen.
It's really not.
You know?
You can't have edibles. Carruthers. You can't have edibles. You can't have
anything.
oils,
Raw.
green leafy product.
Yep.
That's all you can have.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's not confusing. That's all you can have. And you can only sell to your patients. Rural area.
Yeah, I know that. Definitely.
And if you're a patient, you can't sell to another patient.
See, I heard that as well. And then there are people that tell me you can, and I'm like, no. That's what I heard, and I'm trying to follow the law, but.
Are you a caregiver?
Yes, I am.
So you got 2 patients.
I don't have the
But
full
you could
5.
have. You could have.
Yes. and
Plus
I just
yourself as a
served-
patient. So you could for 6 people, you being one of the 6. You could, if you had those other registrations.
Yeah, but you know, there was.
I just brushed the bug off my arm and I didn't try to knock it on her at all.
It's okay, but You know, Dawn was just pulled over, a week ago, and a police officer...
By two state police
He
females.
showed her the oil that he had, the infused or whatever it is, and she basically said, "We don't care about that, Dawn. We don't care about that."
Where's that at?
Here,
Right here in Cadillac.
right over the overpass by two female state police officers. Everything is on video for that arrest
Can
as
you
well.
get me that? I'd love to have that.
I don't have it, no. But we
Can
do
you
have
get
it
it
on
for me?
tape.
Yeah, I'd love
I
to have
can't
it on
until we
See, I would
can.
too.
Yeah,
Because that's wrong.
yeah.
And you find that everywhere. People that don't know. I had a guy come out and work on my plumbing one time. Wasn't a very good plumber. He didn't know what he was doing. I did it myself. But you find that all the time. People don't know what they should know.
But yet they're
That's
still
the
put
police
on the
officer.
police force.
Probably don't need the light on there.
They're supposed to enforce the law,
There's
though,
enough light out.
right? The police
It comes
officers
on
are supposed to
automatically.
enforce the law, and she obviously didn't even know the fucking law. I mean, in my opinion, she didn't.
Doesn't sound like it. If
So,
if that,
the
So
police
then-
officers don't know the law. We
that
don't know the
exists.
law.
Oh,
So
we know
who
that.
else is?
Well,
We know the law.
we just brought up a subject of a police officer that didn't know the law, obviously. The medical marijuana law.
I'm talking about upstairs. We know the law.
Well, how do we know that if we have other ones that don't?
Rely on the Supreme Court. Rely on the
Well,
court.
isn't that what we're supposed to do, and we're still getting screwed up the ass?
Wait, but you wouldn't be if you followed the rules.
But obviously, not all of you guys
What's your
know
name?
these. That's none of
I don't
nobody's
know,
consent.
but thank you.
It's not reasonable for any of this.
Yeah. I recognize your face, too. You're almost every one of these raids, aren't you?
Yep.
How does that happen?
How does that happen? You must
There's a work up here.
really fucking know the law. He knows the law, so that's why he's here.
Probably not, but we can say that.
No, but seriously, it is. That's not right. He was helping patients that I couldn't help, I can't help those patients. This person can't help those patients even
Why
though they're a
couldn't you?
caregiver.
Why couldn't?
Because I can't help 100 patients that come in to wherever.
You don't even have your 5.
Yeah, I know. So I don't want my
So
5.
you can
I
help.
don't want my 5.
You can help a couple more.
Yeah, but I don't want my 5.
Okay.
Yeah, not now at least.
If you get 5, that's it. You Lara.
I know that.
You
yeah.
get 5.
And then 6
So-
with you.
Exactly. 6 with yourself as a patient to yourself.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna go talk to the old guy who lives right next to Don to let him know what all's going on.
Okay. So Don's gonna be arraigned tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They got 48 hours to get him arraigned.
Okay.
I'm not sure when that'll happen.
Yeah. I know you guys are really trying to do the right thing, but us
We are, and
caregivers
for
are
us,
too.
For us to do this all the time, I've been doing this 37 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Carruthers says no oils, no extracts, no edibles.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Mhm.
McQueen says, and Bilesma, the case that came out last month out of Grand Rapids, no dispensaries.
Yeah.
Can't have a dispensary. That's very clear. The only people you can sell to are those registered to you
Definitely.
through Lara.
Mhm.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And if you're, when you look at it that way, it can be seen very simply. So when you're saying you're confused, I understand you're confused because you got other people telling you things that's just not true.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
so now you're saying, well, which is it? He seems pretty passionate about his position. It's just that he's wrong. And you got guys who were involved with writing the Medical Marijuana Act that said, we knew this was going to happen. And this was actually planned because our goal was not medical marijuana. Our goal is recreational marijuana. When you have...
That doesn't. But I mean, why would you overpass a medical marijuana to get to recreational? Why would you not? I
They
mean, don't you
open the
think?
door.
Don't you think that medical marijuana is 10 to 100 times better than recreational? I mean, in my opinion, I don't care to see recreational.
But it's not being used recreationally. I'm sorry. It's not just being used medically. For instance, when you go on social media, to some here in northern Michigan, you go to their social media websites and you check in and what they're doing, and you're having a rally, you're having a protest, you're having a get together, and we're going to have a medication tent.
Okay. Yeah.
that sounds like you're abusing your medicine. I had a surgery on my knee. I had some hydrocodone. If I were to get a hold of all my friends and say, hey, let's get together to medicate, I'm abusing my medication. Wouldn't you agree? So when you get together with your marijuana to have an event, a rally, a barbecue, a whatever, because I've seen all these, and we're going to have a special area to medicate.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pot party.
Yeah.
That's
I guess
abuse.
you're right, yeah.
So if I'm abusing,
Well, recreational use.
if I'm abusing my hydrocodone, because I had it for the pain for my knee, but now I'm calling all my friends and saying, hey, let's get together and medicate
Yeah,
using our hydrocodone, I'm abusing that hydrocodone.
definitely.
Same thing with the marijuana.
But at the same notion, marijuana, there are a lot different effects. You know, it's not specifically just for one thing. It's
Sure.
also a spiritual thing. You know, I use it spiritually.
Okay.
And I know many other people who use it spiritually. And it is a health thing overall. I use it, you know, for my own medicine, pain that I'm having. But, I mean, do I believe in recreational? No, but I do believe in somebody like Dawn being allowed to, you know, have a dispensary and provide for those patients who don't have caregivers.
He can't have a dispensary.
I know.
There's no legal process for a
So-
dispensary.
Yeah, so we need to fight the law, basically, and
Yes,
change the law
yes.
to make dispensaries allowed.
Right.
But it's hard because, like I said, in the South, none of them are getting messed with, and they're blowing out.
When you say South, you're talking about Southern Michigan.
Yes,
No, we're not talking about
different states. no.
Louisiana.
No.
Okay.
No, Southern Michigan.
Right.
Because, I mean, there definitely is a line you cross up here where cops don't appreciate the medicine at all.
Right.
And
Do you see why we come by that view? When I see, and I say you in the general you, not you specifically.
I know, sir.
When I see that, you know, we're going to have a medication room, we're going to have a medication tent, we're
Yeah.
going to get together to medicate.
Yeah.
That's no longer medicine.
Yeah, it's iffy for sure.
That's
I agree with you.
That's recreation.
I totally agree.
And we see that left, right, and sideways times 10.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's about the cancer saving, and it's about the chronic pain, and it's about the
Yeah.
whatever it's about, and let's get together and do some dabs later.
Right.
And then I'm going to film myself doing some dabs and put that on social media.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not right.
It just crossed into recreation.
Yeah.
Which is really where it started and ended, based on the people, their own words from the Medical Marijuana Act. We knew we couldn't get recreational. We knew we couldn't get dispensaries. From the polling, we could get medical. We thought, and they were correct, we thought we could get medical, so that's what we went for.
Yeah.
We left out dispensaries. We left off recreational. They left all these things off because they knew they wouldn't get it passed if they put it in. They wrote the law. Legislators didn't write the law.
So you don't think that they left it out so we could make a lot of money in this state?
Legislators
far as-
didn't write the law.
I mean, what's going on here? Because,
Legislators did not write the law.
yeah, but they approve it.
No, it was a ballot initiative.
And they also,
It was a ballot initiative.
Okay.
It wasn't written by legislators at all.
Jesus. Yeah, we need to have another one written then. For sure.
Be right back, Linda.
Okay. Yeah. That sucks. For all those patients who go without caregivers, I just feel bad for them. I know my couple patients that I have are elderly patients who have kidney failure, and she just told me within 3 months of me helping her that her doctor saw a 90% improvement. So to me, that's what it's all about, you know?
Why isn't her doctor standing up? And
He is. He has told almost everybody in her cancer doctor's office to get on medical marijuana.
he has? This doctor has?
Yeah.
Well, how come it's not in the published in papers? It seems like that would be a pretty huge impact for you folks.
It is.
But I don't see it.
You don't? You don't see how many cures
No.
that we've...
I hear all you
How
folks-
many diseases we've prevented by doing
I hear what you
this?
say, and I hear all you guys say it's about the medicine, but then I see all the stuff that tells me, yeah, this is recreation.
Yeah, I
You
don't...
ever heard the term, listen to what people say, watch what they do?
Definitely, yeah.
Because
Oh,
then
yeah.
you'll know truly where it's at.
Actions
I
speak
hear the
louder than
medicine,
words.
I hear the medicine.
Actually.
I hear the medicine, and all I see is the recreation.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten into any of the recreational events like the Cannabis Cup or anything like that, just because I'm not ready for that kind of market yet. But, you know, to sit here and say just because it's not in the main paper.
Well, why doesn't that doctor stand up and say, look, we're curing cancer, we're doing...
You know why?
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 Yeah.
Because he's funded by pharmaceutical companies. If he stands
These
up
guys
and
are
he
not
says...
funded by pharmaceutical companies.
Are you serious?
Do you think there's a doctor out there?
Are doctors funded by pharmaceutical companies?
No.
Do they get payouts when they sell a pharmaceutical drug?
They don't.
They do. They do.
They absolutely don't.
Yeah, they do.
When a doctor gives me a depression pill,
Yep.
then
You think he gets a kickback from the pharmaceuticals?
I think he gets a kickback
Absolutely
from
not.
that company.
That's absolutely false. Absolutely false.
Huh. Well,
That's not true in any stretch or meaning. None.
really?
I actually find it shocking you believe that.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, that's just so far from the truth. It couldn't be further.
Really? I'm even more confused now because what I've read
No.
is
No, you can't.
is
That would be wrong on so many levels, right? That would
but
be
giving
wrong.
you oxycodone for your knee, that's addictive. I know friends who have their pastor dad was given painkillers because he was in an accident, immediately addicted, ruined his life.
We had
you know?
we had a guy.
You give him marijuana, it would have been the complete opposite.
We had a guy who was a patient and a caregiver.
Yes.
We arrested. Dispensary.
Yeah.
His condition was chronic pain. That's what he had.
Like 90% of people in
92.
Michigan. 92? Oh, okay. Yeah.
We took him to jail, and he had had a medical procedure, and so he needed. We couldn't take him to jail, which we wouldn't do. At his request, could you get me my Norco? I don't want to go to jail until I have my Norco.
Yeah.
Get my prescription of Norco. I thought the marijuana was for pain. Why are you taking Norco too? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Other than the Norco was for the pain. The marijuana is to get high.
I would not agree with that statement though, sir. I mean, have you used marijuana?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not.
Well,
And the marijuana today is not the marijuana
I guess we're both a little
from when
biased.
I grew up.
yeah.
It's not
Definitely. It's more
Well,
potent.
we are biased.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I've been doing this because you cannot deny your life experiences.
Yes.
I've been doing this for 37 years.
Yeah.
I worked exclusively in narcotics for 15 years. Ann Arbor, Detroit, Western Wayne County. That's where Grand Rapids. That's where most of my time when I was undercover
Oh, okay.
for 15 years. I can't deny my experiences. And it's drugs. It's a huge problem,
Yeah.
including marijuana.
And including legal drugs.
Yes.
Like this
Absolutely.
cigarette.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
But you know what our first cash crop was in the country?
Marijuana. It was marijuana before it was tobacco.
It was tobacco.
It was marijuana before it was tobacco. That's what I'm saying.
Not our cash crop. Our first cash crop.
Oh, okay.
Really, that the country was
Like the-
founded on.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking back in
Tobacco.
1600s. It was tobacco. It's our first cash crop. Because they tried to grow everything, nothing would grow. That grew, and guess what? Europe wanted it.
Yeah.
So we were shipping boatloads of tobacco back to Europe.
Definitely. You haven't heard the history of marijuana then, have you? Like George Washington grew it. Our first flag was made of
Yep.
hemp. Hemp is the strongest fiber material in the world. So even if it's not recreational, I am for that side. Is
Sure.
the basically agriculture. You know, we need this.
They grew it in World War II in the military for rope.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great product for agricultural use. And really, you know, all the illegal medical marijuana growers who have been growing in this country for 20 plus years or whatever, they have bumped that THC up so high because of the black market. And
So when you talk about George
that's
Washington's marijuana,
it's totally different. It's a hemp.
the marijuana from the 60s and 70s is totally different than the marijuana today.
Yeah.
When you can get shatter and waxes and oils that are 95% THC,
Yeah.
That's not marijuana anymore. That's something.
To concentrate, yeah.
Yeah, it's something really different.
Yeah, definitely. But those concentrates are mostly for people who cannot, inhale it.
Go on social media and watch not all, most of your advocate friends recreating on their dabs.
Yeah.
And so when you want to say to me, it's about medical, I refer back to, saw the video you got your rig all hooked up in your living room there. Really? Who's got a blowtorch up through there, built into your coffee table? Really? That's recreation.
God. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, definitely. I do. But I'm more so talking about, medical marijuana, and
I don't see the difference. It's marijuana. Because all the people preaching medical are the ones that are building their dab torches into their coffee tables.
Jesus.
They're the same people, so there's no difference to me.
Yeah, but
And I'm just going on my experience.
Yeah.
Which you have to as well, of course.
When there's I don't know if you've ever heard Charlotte's Web, the story of Charlotte's Web. A little girl named Charlotte in Colorado. Mm-hmm. She was having daily seizures. She had a twin sister or something. And
do you know what it is in the marijuana plant? I know the story.
The CBD.
The CBD.
Yeah, and it comes from hemp.
And what are they doing with most of the marijuana? They're engineering out the CBD and engineering up the THC.
That's what I'm saying. About the black market, the past 20 years, that's all they've done. So we have these
high potent
strains.
That's what they're doing now.
Yeah, they're continuing to do it because it's still recreational in your guys' eyes.
Right.
I mean, to me, it's a medical thing, I want to be able to use this product when my grandpa develops cancer or whatever.
I got to run to get over there. It was nice chatting with you.
Thank you for talking to me, sir. Seriously. And I know that we may be on different sides, but we can come together and fix the problem. That's how
we can have a conversation about it.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
And it's the law. The law is not vague.
Yeah.
The law is very clear.
Definitely.
It needs to be changed for you to be happy.
Yeah, it does.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And until it's changed, we're going to enforce it as it's written.
Definitely.
And it's nothing against you. I mean, you seem like a very nice person.
You're just trying to do your job. I understand.
And we're just doing our job.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line.
Yeah.
So, and we try to keep everyone safe. And, all of our experiences are different. Yours, how old are you? 24?
23.
Am I good or what?
Yeah, you are.
Your experiences are different than mine. I've been doing this, I guess, about 13 years longer than you've been alive.
Yeah.
And most of it was in Detroit. Most of it was crack, heroin. That was, how we made our money every day was on a crack cocaine and heroin dealers. But we did a lot of marijuana too.
Yeah.
Just not as much as crack and heroin.
Yeah, and that's definitely the bad stuff for sure. But I understand what you're trying to do, and you're trying to let everybody know they need to follow the law, period.
Right.
But we also need to we need to make people aware that this is happening because of a wrongly written law. And let these people be
don't
protected.
blame us.
I know. I'm not here. I'm not. What's your name, Bailey?
Yeah.
All right.
You're not.
I'm going to call.
Let me give you my card.
Yeah.
Is that it? All right, let's head back. Let me give you my card. Come on.
Okay.
Post. One is not torn in two. You can tear it in two later.
I'm not going to do that. I appreciate you speaking with me. Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
You're welcome.
I'm going to give you a call if I have any questions about the law or whatever.
Yeah.
I am a new caregiver, and it is hard, but
Whoever's on the back of your car, that's who you can provide. You can't even give it to somebody else. But whoever's on the back of your car, that's who you get.
Okay.
And it's not a medical, it's not an oil, it's not a wax, it's not an extract of any kind. And until the law changes, I mean, there are patients selling to patients, calling themselves a dispensary.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Right.
There's no question this can't do that. But like you said, they want to say yes, yes. So now you're confused.
Right.
Don't be. You can go 12. How many caregivers you get? Multiply that by another 12. That's how many plants you can grow. And here's the other thing that pissed me off when I talked with that Tim Beck.
Yeah.
I said 2.5 ounces, 12 plants. If you grow 12 plants to maturation, you're looking at 6 to 12 pounds of marijuana, but you can only have 2.5 ounces. There's no provision for what to do with it. Oh, I know. How did you do that? How did you allow that?
I'm glad you guys understand that too.
We do.
Okay.
But
Good.
it falls back to you.
Being responsible.
Now, essentially what they're saying is, because you can't do anything with your overage,
Yeah.
so what they're telling you is, you just get to flush it. Are you serious? I can only have 2.5. None of it makes a whole lot of sense. But Tim Beck's words, we did it that way on purpose.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him.
I said, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I'd really like to talk to him.
If you look at some of the videos that are out there, because I think Don was videotaping that conversation I was having with him, you can hear him say that. You can hear him say that. We knew it was going to be like this.
That's horrible. That's horrible. But thank you again for taking the time to talk
You're
to
a
us.
lady cop. I talked to Jack.
Did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
Him and Donna